The moment danger enters your home, everything changes in an instant. But not every situation demands irreversible force. Today, we're breaking down the best non-lethal guns designed to stop threats fast while keeping control in your hands. Check links below for details. Number 5. Umarex T4E TR50 Gen 2 Gun. There's a specific kind of fear that doesn't announce itself loudly. It creeps in quietly, right when you realize your prepared setup might fail you. The kind of moment where seconds feel heavier than minutes. Now imagine reaching for your defensive tool, only to discover it's lost pressure over time. Completely useless when you actually need it. That's exactly the problem the Umarex T4E TR50 Gen 2 is built to erase. This isn't just another defensive revolver. It's designed around one core idea: readiness without uncertainty. Its rapid piercing pressure system keeps everything sealed and stable until the exact moment of activation. No slow leaks. No silent failure in storage. Just instant response when it matters. And when it comes alive, it delivers that response through a .50 caliber platform built for rubber or powder projectiles, fed through a fast swap rotary magazine that keeps you moving under pressure instead of fumbling in panic. There's a certain physical presence to it too. Solid. Heavy-hitting. Purpose-driven. The kind of tool that immediately shifts your mindset from vulnerability to control. The internal barrel design helps maintain a straight, stable trajectory, engineered for consistency and tight shot behavior that feels intentionally disciplined rather than chaotic. That level of structure is what makes it feel less like a toy and more like a serious home defense instrument built for clarity under stress. Now, it's not perfect for everyone. The wider tactical frame can feel bulky, especially if smaller hands are in play. But that trade-off comes with a clear intention: impact and authority over compact convenience. At its core, the TR50 Gen 2 transforms fear into structure, not aggression, control. And in a high-stress moment, that difference is everything. Number 4. Sig Sauer P365 Gun. There's a hidden truth most people don't realize about self-defense. Owning a tool is never the same as being ready to use it. Because when adrenaline hits, unfamiliarity becomes your biggest threat. That's where the Sig Sauer P365 training platform steps in. What makes this one stand out immediately is how closely it mirrors the real concealed carry experience. The weight, the compact profile, the blowback feel, it all comes together to replicate the handling of a premium, everyday carry sidearm without the constant cost of live ammunition training. And that changes everything. Instead of hesitation, you start building repetition. Instead of uncertainty, you build instinct. It runs through a 20-round magazine and pushes steel projectiles at around 300 feet per second, giving you consistent, repeatable training sessions that actually translate into real-world muscle memory. There's something powerful about that kind of realism in practice. The way the slide reacts, the way the frame settles back into position. It slowly rewires how your body responds under pressure. Even the internal engineering contributes to this sense of control, delivering consistent trajectory behavior that keeps your training predictable and focused, almost like building discipline through repetition rather than theory. Of course, it's important to understand what it isn't. This isn't built for maximum stopping force. It's not about impact dominance. It's about skill refinement. Precision over power. But that's exactly what makes it valuable. Because when a real situation unfolds, you don't rise to the moment, you fall back on training. And this platform is designed to make sure that fallback is sharp, automatic, and reliable. Number 3. Umarex T4E Walther PPQ Gun. Before we move deeper, there's something you need to understand about most defensive tools. If you can't afford to train with them, you're not really prepared. You're just equipped. And that gap is where panic lives. The Umarex T4E Walther PPQ exists to close that gap completely. Right away, it feels familiar in the hand, almost unsettlingly realistic. The weight distribution, the slide movement, the full blowback system, it all mimics a duty weapon with precision that makes training feel less like simulation and more like rehearsal. It fires .43 caliber rubber or powder rounds at up to 355 feet per second, giving you a responsive, fast-moving platform designed for real repetition under controlled conditions. And that matters more than people think. Because confidence doesn't come from owning gear. It comes from repeating motion until your body stops thinking and starts reacting. The internal barrel system is tuned for consistency, helping maintain stable, predictable trajectories shot after shot. That kind of repeatability is what builds real confidence, not theoretical knowledge, but physical memory. Compared to bulkier defensive pepper systems, this one feels more refined, more aligned with how real defensive handling should feel. It fits naturally into holsters, supports tactical accessories like lasers, and stays balanced during movement. But it does have a limit. Its smaller caliber design doesn't deliver the same level of raw kinetic impact as larger .50 platforms. That trade-off is intentional. It prioritizes training realism over force. And for most users focused on preparedness, that's exactly the right priority. If you're getting value from this breakdown, check the links in the description. You'll find updated pricing and details for each product so you can compare what actually fits your needs without guesswork. Now, let's continue, because things are about to get even more practical. Number 2, Prepared to Protect Pepper Round Gun. There's a moment in every defensive scenario where hesitation either saves you or costs you everything. And that moment is exactly what this system is built to eliminate. The Prepared to Protect Pepper Round Gun is engineered around one critical idea: immediate readiness without mechanical doubt. Unlike traditional setups that slowly lose pressure over time, this system locks its gas source inside a sealed chamber until activation. That means no silent failure, no discovering it's empty when it matters most, just a firm, intentional activation and instant deployment. It's built for 50 caliber multi-projectile use, capable of firing pepper, powder, or rubber rounds depending on the situation. That versatility gives it a unique role, not just defense, but layered response options. And the performance feels direct. Controlled. Purpose-driven. The internal bore design keeps projectile movements stable and consistent, maintaining straight, predictable travel that reinforces accuracy even under stress. It's the kind of engineering that doesn't try to impress you, it tries to protect you. Compared to close-range defensive tools like stun batons, this platform creates distance. And distance is often the difference between control and chaos. There is a requirement, though: it performs best when paired with consistent propellant maintenance. That means staying disciplined with your supplies to ensure the system remains fully optimized. But in return, you get something extremely valuable: a tool that lets you respond without immediately putting yourself in harm's way. Not panic, not hesitation, just structured response from a safer distance, and that changes the entire emotional equation of home security. Number 1, Umarex T4E Smith & Wesson Gun. This is where everything comes together. Because real preparedness isn't about owning tools, it's about trust. Trust in your response, trust in your training, trust in what happens when instinct takes over. And that's exactly where the Umarex T4E Smith & Wesson system stands apart. At first touch, it feels intentional, heavy-duty construction, full metal slide realism, controls that respond the way you expect them to, not the way cheaper systems approximate. And that realism matters more than people realize. Because under stress, your brain doesn't want new learning, it wants familiar motion. This platform delivers that familiarity through a fully realistic training experience, while keeping cost at roughly under 9 cents per shot. That alone changes the entire training equation. Suddenly, repetition isn't limited by budget, it's only limited by discipline. It fires 43 caliber rubber or powder rounds at up to 355 feet per second, giving consistent output designed for structured, repeatable practice sessions. And over time, something important happens. Your movements stop feeling conscious. Your reactions stop feeling delayed. Everything becomes smoother, faster, more automatic. The internal barrel tolerances help maintain a flat, repeatable trajectory, reinforcing predictable behavior shot after shot. That consistency is what builds confidence that holds under pressure. Compared to simple defensive sprays that rely purely on proximity, this system mirrors real handling. Real mechanics, real familiarity. It fits into standard holsters and behaves like a duty sidearm, which makes training feel natural rather than forced. It does trade off some raw impact compared to larger 50 systems, but what it gives back is something arguably more valuable: readiness that feels real. So guys, this was the video about the best non-lethal gun. We've carefully covered some of the best options available right now to help you make a smarter and more confident decision. Whether you're looking for performance, durability, value for money, or the latest features, this guide was designed to give you a clear and practical overview so you can pick what truly fits your needs. If any of the products we mentioned caught your interest, you'll find all the links conveniently placed in the description below. Make sure to check them out for more details, updated pricing, and availability. Taking a moment to explore those links can really help you choose the right option without any confusion. If you found this video helpful or enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit the like button. Your support means a lot and helps us keep creating more useful and high-quality videos for you. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest uploads. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.